Teen Titans number 12.
This one was good.
Written by Benjamin Percy, art by Mirka Andolfo. So this is the first in the 4-part Gotham Resistance storyline. So despite what Connor said last week, there was a little note at the start of this issue telling you to go read Metal issue 2 before you read this.
Yep.
I accept that it does say that, but the set list / reading order does have this before issue 2.
You couldn't have read this without having read Metal and know what the hell's going on. I mean, theoretically you could have, but it makes for a better read.
Yeah.
How do you know that the Batman who laughs, or is it just the man who laughs?
The Batman who laughs.
Yeah, knowing that he's out there with his evil Robins and, causing chaos.
Yeah, that's why it's after that issue, because he's around, so you have to have had their entrance before you get to this.
Like you kind of get it from context because we knew what was coming. So it's like, okay, if you didn't read Metal for whatever stupid reason, you'd just know. But
it'd be weird.
You probably should have read it.
So basically, this is revolving around the idea of the mountain that has appeared, Challenger Mountain, which has appeared in Gotham City. We start with the Teen Titans going there to help out and save people and whatnot.
That's what heroes do.
But very quickly, there's this maze. But we also get some stuff with the villains at the start. We see the Batman who laughs appear to the Riddler, and basically give him some power and going, do your thing, Riddler, go do this. And we see that he's also given some power to Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Bane, and it's basically created almost like a circular, there's outer rim.
It's a labyrinth.
Yeah, the outer rim is Riddler. He's the first sort of level, and it's almost like Dante's Circles of Hell, going through.
That's what I was going to reference.
Yeah.
I like that Green Arrow's involved with this because it feels like the Circles of Hell, and obviously Green Arrow's been playing on that for the last year or so. So
basically, the Teen Titans stay behind with Goliath to rescue people, because the city's in chaos, so they're running around saving people, doing all that kind of thing. But Damien's like, I need to deal with this, so he walks into the actual labyrinth itself, the maze that's set up by Riddler, his domain, and he starts to try and he gets caught in some traps. He tries to figure things out. Green Arrow, gets him out of a jam. Helps the old rope Arrow.
He's such a little jerk to Ollie, and I love it.
Yeah, I love how similar him rescuing him is similar to the issue of Green Arrow where he's in Gotham with Batman.
With Batman.
Yeah. Yep. I also love it takes about maybe a page and a half before he's like, you know what, you remind me of my sister Emmy, because we've been saying that. We've been saying that all year and a half. We've been saying that.
Yeah.
She's joining Teen Titans. Yeah, she should.
And I've enjoyed his Damien, so his Damien bouncing off his Ollie, they're the perfect foils for each other. Because they're not the same person, but they're very similar, because they both have this chip on their shoulder because of who their dad is.
They're both very brash, aren't they?
Yeah, and so you remind me of someone you guys would get along real well. I mean, that's almost him talking about himself too.
Yeah.
So
they're looking through the maze. They're trying to find the center to advance and find Riddler or whatever. But they basically keep getting lost, and eventually they get attacked. And who shows up to save them but Harley Quinn and Killer Croc?
Why not?
Why not? As Harley puts it, Gotham's our home territory. If anyone's going to cause chaos here, it'll be us, goddammit.
It's kind of stupid, and like you say, it's like, oh, okay, it's Harley and Croc, but I'm kind of okay with it because it's kind of fun.
Oh, I'm more than okay with it, because if I'm thinking using the Suicide Squad, of course Waller's going to send someone to figure out what's going on with this mountain, and why not two people that know Gotham better than anybody?
Also, it is worth it just for because Green Arrow mentioned to Damien that he's been leaving arrows up in the walls to mark where he's been, and as soon as Harley and Croc come in, they deal with the enemy, and then she comes up to Green Arrow. Hey, I've been picking up all these green arrows you've been leaving behind. I thought you'd lost them. It's just a good moment, and he face palms, which is just really good bit of the art. And Adolfo's good again. It's very expressive. It's very similar to the art that's been in Teen Titans up until now.
Yep.
I really like Andolfo. I was enjoying him on the first half of the current Wonder Woman arc.
Yes.
I think it's like I say, very expressive, kind of cartoony, but that works for Teen Titans.
Oh, it does.
Because it showcases the youth. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, luckily, Harley and Croc had already found the centre of the maze, but they were too dumb to figure out the riddle. So they go together. Riddler's a little bit pissed that they're kind of cheating because they've teamed up into a foursome.
Yeah, because they found Damian and Green Arrow can figure out the riddle, but can't figure out the maze. But Harley and Croc can figure out the maze, but not figure out the riddle.
Do you know what I like about that? I like the idea that because Harley's like kind of crazy, that for some reason her brain can just work with the maze, like it just understands it in a way that everyone else just can't comprehend. I kind of like that. That's kind of a nice idea. So Damien, of course, insists that he's the smart one, so he figures out the riddle, which he does, to be fair, as they're all fighting this giant robot thing.
Minotaur.
Yeah, that Riddler's got stationed, and then Riddler's very pissed. And it cuts to actually the Batman who laughs. Sort of, he's up in like sort of this mountain, looking down. He's got his Robins, and he's like, Edward Nygma, you just had to put in a solution. Like, he just wanted him to, be horrible and kill them or whatever.
Yeah, and we get a reveal of the main Robin.
Yeah, there's a sort of Damien-esque Robin who's his favourite.
I mean, it's kind of terrifying.
Oh, that's pretty terrifying.
Kind of. It's very terrifying.
It's Damien in white paint with like the smile and.
Do you know what it is? It's, the R logo on the chest. The red behind it looks like it's a tattoo of like a rose, sort of thing. And it's got this kind of terrifying, like again, very metal sort of tattoo sort of thing that's going on. Yeah,
I can see it. So they get through into the next sector, as it were, and I'm kind of loving this. I'm loving this in a kind of almost Running Man-esque sort of movie kind of way, where it's like it's almost like going through like a series of stages. So they're in the Mr. Freeze section because it's all snow, right? And this is where we end the issue. We end with this cliffhanger of like something's chasing someone, and for Damien's like, is that Batman? Is that far? Because actually Green Arrow mentions he's there because Superman and Wonder Woman have also disappeared. Like the big three have disappeared. And I like that's why there's still these characters that are dealing with this. Like the Trinity's missing.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of 52.
A little bit.
In the sense that okay, the big ones are missing. Everyone else feels like they need to step up.
Yeah, and I wonder then if the other the Justice League crossover we're getting in another month or two's time. I wonder if that's like Flash, Green Lanterns, and that, and what they're doing at the same time. Kind of
I
idea.
Can see it.
Yeah. So he's like, is that Father? And then it's like, no, it's Nightwing in his metal outfit. Might I add? He's got this metal attire.
And we've seen some covers coming up from Cedric that are just gorgeous. I think Matt thought they were Ribbit covers at first when he first saw them, and they do have that quality to them, and they're just incredible.
Well, that's why Ribbit does a great Thor, because it's very metal, like old like metal cover, and I think Cedric does has the same vibe.
It's I'd never associated them until you said that, and then it's like, oh yeah, I can see the similarities.
Yeah, so yeah, we end with Nightwing running out, and that's like come back next week. So yeah, next week we have the Nightwing issue of this crossover, and we have the first of the one shots for the evil Batman. I'll tell you at the end which one it is because I don't remember off the top of my head. But
Red Death.
Is Red Death first. So we have some metal stuff every week now for the next little while, thanks to the one shots and the crossover. So that's pretty cool. I thought this was a fun part one. I think it's more of a. I don't think it has the sort of the big like cosmic dark threat to it, but Batman Who Laughs is pretty creepy, and I enjoy the fun of the. It's almost like a video game. They've got the stages, and each one's like a completely different world they're in.
Yeah, I think Percy gets it. He gets that Circles of Hell, the advancement.
Yeah,
it's something he's been playing with Green Arrow. He's just transferred it to here for the crossover. It works really well.
And there's that sense of fun that's there too.
There is. There's fun. Like you say, I think that kind of hopefully should permeate the whole event of metal, where there's big stakes, but it's fun because it's metal.
And if you're not gonna make it fun and you make it dark like you do with the Dark Batman one shots. Yeah. And if you're gonna make something dark, make those dark. And
So, and also the most important thing, we're gonna get Faria drawing the Batman Who Laughs.